Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Minty Reacts, and we are here for the next episode of The Legend of Korra. Book 3, Change, episode number 10, or chapter number 10, Long Live the Queen. And, last week, as I explained in my little post that I made on Monday when the video uploaded, I didn't realize there was an odd number of episodes in this season, or if I did remember, I forgot. So, there's only one episode last week, so we can have two the next couple of weeks, this week and next week for the end of the season. Either way, beyond all that, last week was an interesting episode because we finally got the explanation, kind of the Red Lotus and Zaheer's entire group, and it was underwhelming, to say the least. There's definitely some discussions and some debates in the comments, and I do very much appreciate that, especially for keeping it very civil. I do very much appreciate that as well. And the fact that I am not necessarily liking Zaheer and the explanation of him, just as a testament to how good the rest of the show is, that I wanted more. I just wanted more from the show. But either way, we're here. I'm excited to see what happens at the end of this season and how they go into season 4. So let's just get into it, shall we? Also, to recap what happened, everyone's been captured by different people, so that's fun. So let's just get into the episode, shall we? So in 3, 2, 1, let's get going.
I talked to one of them in the spirit world yesterday. He's insane.
Screaming about terrorists in the spirit world.
Yes.
You're the one who sounds insane.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, while we did see Korra actually do that, that does sound quite nuts, to be honest. Man, they have her locked up tight.
I mean, where am I gonna go? Please?
Well, as long as you're chained up, I guess it doesn't make a difference.
It actually does. It will, in fact, actually make a difference.
Bring you any rocks or fire, so don't ask. I guess there's air, but there's nothing we can do about that. We're not opening your compartment till we reach Ba Sing Se.
They have got her locked up. My God.
And why did you need Korra alive back in Zaofu? You had her paralyzed. Why didn't you just take her out when you had the chance?
Look, all you...
Because they don't want to.
15 years, huh? That must have been like crazy boring.
Actually, it was only 13 years, but it felt like 30.
Okay, only 13 years. That's cool.
It was a big event.
I would have killed for some rain. Mostly I just made up stories about the guards, who was having trouble with his girlfriend, which one secretly wished he'd become a pastry chef.
Okay, that actually sounds like fun.
Screw in when you were 10, and I'm just sensing, an unspoken attraction between you two.
Oh, wow.
2 out of 3. It's not bad.
Hey, good job, Bolin. He can read people.
Gag those two. We're almost there.
I memean, Bolin is really good at reading people, it seems. Like, that's the most character development we got from any of those characters so far, and I like it. Beautiful.
Now that's just shoddy workmanship.
I agree, Asami. I agree. I mean, you did say it was pretty bad workmanship,
Give me
so...
5 minutes, then start yelling for help.
Damn, Asami's cool. You give her some like machinery, she's got you.
And of course I told them that, but they say they have some information that might interest you about the location of your stolen airbenders. Really?
I mean, they're gonna come in there and meet you anyway, whether you want them to or not.
Who told you has some information for me? I hope this isn't just some ruse to try to increase your bounty.
We don't...
Yes. In fact, actually.
So, where are my airbenders?
I'd be happy to tell you, once you hand the Avatar over to me.
Who told you that?
And that could put you in a difficult position.
Is that so?
Your Majesty.
I mean, Zaheer's not actually wrong here.
Cause the other nations to...
He is very charismatic, so he's not wrong.
No one need ever know she was here, and you can get your airbenders back without interference. We both win.
And what do you plan to do with the Avatar?
He is convincing. He is very convincing, I will say.
I find these terms agreeable. Gun?
Really? Interesting. Interesting. The the Earth Queen's actually siding with them.
Guard! Get in here! Something happened to my friend! She needs help!
Where is she?
Behind you. She's behind you. What a team.
Nice work. Now let's take control of this ship.
Wow, what an actual team. Let's go.
Mayday!
That's not going to take control of the ship at all.
With the air bending.
A little bit.
Busted.
A little.
Also, you broke the radio.
Sorry, but it's not my fault this airship's a hunk of junk.
She's not wrong. She is not wrong. She is a little over-aggressive, but she's not wrong.
Well, they say any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Fair.
He knocked me out.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't let you take me to the Earth Queen as a captive. There are dangerous forces at work that you don't know anything about.
Right. There's a lot going on here.
If we all work together, we might be able to get the ship up and running.
Not likely.
Hopefully.
I just tunneled out of the engine room. It's like a sandbox in there.
This
You can bend it out of there.
Wait, did that sand dune just move?
it was probably
Sandbenders?
just a mirage.
Or
the desert will play
big
tricks on you.
sandworms?
That's no
Are we getting
mirage.
Dune?
Look,
Okay, it might actually be a sandworm. This might actually be Dune. That's kind of funny.
So I guess that's my fault, too. Do you want to help us
A
get
little
this
bit.
ship up and running, or do you want to wait around and meet that thing?
We want to fix the ship, right, Cap?
We have to find a way out of here before Zaheer gets his hands on Korra.
Take me with you. I haven't seen my wife and 5 kids in 4 years.
Oh my god.
Deep down, you just haven't had the right motivation.
You can do it,
But
Bolin.
this is
You
your
can do
time.
It.
Get
Yeah,
us out of here to
do it.
save Korra. You can do it. Bolin!
Well, if anything, it's going to cause a riot. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but, you know, we'll find out. Nope. Still not working. Well.
Hey, you guys didn't happen to bring any toilet paper, did you?
How would they have brought toilet paper? Also, where's Naga? Because, like, Korra and Asami were riding on Naga when they got captured, so where's Naga at? There's Naga. Okay, cool. Don't ask me. I don't know how I keep doing this, okay? I don't know. Alright. Team 3. Hey, Lynn actually had treats, though.
At the Misty Palms Oasis.
Well, they're getting it back to up and running. Somewhat.
It hasn't been that clean since it floated off the showroom floor.
How's it going out here?
Nice.
well, she's still pretty banged up, but I think she might be able to limp out of the desert. Kong.
That's better than nothing. Hey, limping out of the desert is better than nothing. Okay, now... It's a sandfish. They aren't leaving now. Because they just ate it.
We're on the ship. We've got no food, no water.
Easy, Arik. Another ship is on the way. We just need to hold our position for a few hours.
We might not have
Are you sure?
construct a makeshift sand sailor.
Yeah.
Like the sandbenders used to get around.
Right.
All we need is a sail and some kind of sled to attach it to.
It's worth a try.
You have definitely got plenty of materials here. And meanwhile, Zaheer's going to assassinate the queen.
This is outrageous! Send another airship to retrieve the Avatar immediately.
It's already on its way, Your Majesty.
Alright, well, at least they are actually sending a backup ship. So, can at least count on that, I guess.
It doesn't matter. We're through chasing her. It's time to make her come to us.
Okay, now they actually are going to assassinate the Earth Queen.
Eavesdropping on royal conversations will land you in a cell right next to those boys you brought in. Now,
I mean, it seems like anything will land them into a cell at this point.
T-Hunters, seize these hoodlums and throw them in prison until they decide to show proper respect for the crown.
Man, I really do hate the Earth Queen. She's just a bad character. I mean, she makes sense, but, you know.
Life for your queen, you coward!
I mean, you're the one who's also hiding.
Wouldn't dare attack a queen!
Yes, actually. I think he would.
I don't believe in queens.
This man doesn't believe in any governmental structure. Oh my god! Is that allowed on Nickelodeon?
Is something that you can give or take on a whim.
Oh my god.
There is no life. There is only darkness.
Okay, they couldn't actually say death on Nickelodeon there, I guess, but holy shit. Zaheer just suffocated her with her own air.
You can't be in here.
No need for alarm.
Oh my
Just
god.
need to make an announcement to the entire...
That was straight murder.
Ming-Hua, please. We're here to help citizens like him, not hurt them. Now, can you help me?
I mean, once you've intimidated me and threatened me, yes, I guess I can.
Moments ago, the Earth Queen was brought down at the hands of revolutionaries, including myself. I'm not going to...
Yes, actually.
I deliver Ba Sing Se back into the hands of the people.
I mean, it's complicated, but I don't necessarily disagree with him and what he did there. Because we've seen that Ba Sing Se is pretty shitty and has been for a while, so... Unfortunate. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage.
You have to metal bend us out of here. Come on, I know you can do it. This is your time.
You said before was my time.
I know.
Any time's your time, Bolin. Just deal with it.
Did you see that?
That was not you,
I mean,
Bolin.
not for us, but I metal bent all the other cells open.
That was not actually you.
Listen to me. I'm going to set you free, but I want to talk to you first. I have a message that I need you to take to Korra.
I bet you do, Zaheer. I bet you do. They built a sand skinner.
Pretty, but I think
Skimmer,
she'll do the job.
runner, whatever
no
the hell's
time
called.
for a test run. Let's move.
Yeah, no, you got a fish coming after you. You gotta go. This is just Dune. This is just Dune. I haven't watched or read Dune, but this is just Dune. That's a sand shark. What the hell? What the hell? Man, the Avatar universe just keeps introducing new and wilder creatures, and I love them for it. Ride the waves, man. Ride the waves, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of cool, though. That was, like, legit cool. They did it. They did. Hey, that was Zuko's dragon.
You want to buy a slightly used sand sailor?
It works. It runs.
When the Queen is, I'm sure it's above my pay grade. I got a tough job.
Hell yeah, it is.
Good luck, Avatar.
Nice. I like these guys.
Oh, let's go get a drink.
That is completely fair. That is 100%.
Yeah!
You better have trees, Korra. Oh man, we get the meeting of Zuko and Korra. That's cool.
Do you remember Lord Zuko? I met you when you were a very young girl. It's good to see you again, Avatar Korra.
Hey, it's good to see you as well, Zuko.
Sorry about that. But how did you all find us?
I am a detective, you know.
Did you find my...
Yeah, she did her job.
The chaos. Rioters and looters have overrun the palace.
The Red Lotus.
What's that?
The name of the group that's been trying to capture me.
Yeah, the Red Lotus. I don't know. I didn't actually read the Netflix descriptions. I actually really liked that episode. Like, overall, I actually really liked that episode a lot. I liked everything around that episode. I really liked all the stuff with Asami and Korra. I thought that was all really, really cool. Having the ship crash and then having them all work together to build a makeshift sand runner, sand sailor, whatever, the sand thingy, you know, and running from the sand shark. That was all just Dune, okay? That was just Dune. But all that stuff I loved. I loved all that stuff. I'm a really big fan of stories where, like, you just have to kind of, like, band together and just, like, enemies and friends just have to come together and be like, okay, we all are in a shared spot of shit right now. We gotta, like, get out of here one way or another. So I actually really enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. And then also them meeting up with Zuko. Anytime we get to see Zuko, I'm gonna be happy about that, because Zuko is one of my favorite characters, okay? And Lin and Tanrock, they're all there too, so that's all cool. Everything in Ba Sing Se is complicated, given how I talked about Zaheer and his group last week. My thoughts about Zaheer haven't necessarily changed after the discussion in the comments. It hasn't really changed. I still think that Zaheer could have been a really good antagonist if the show is allowed to have more time. And that is unfortunately the main criticism of the entirety of Legend of Korra so far, is that the showrunners and the writers and the creative team behind the show wasn't allowed to have enough time to really flesh out a lot of the stuff that's going on. You mainly saw this a lot in season 1, given the fact that they thought they only got season 1. So there was a lot of like character beats and like story moments that just had to be rushed through to get to the end. So unfortunately we did get that in season 1. Season 2 felt rushed because they didn't think they're going to get a season 3, and they didn't realize they're going to get a season 2 until way later. So then season 2, the beginning of it felt like really weird, but then the rest of it felt kind of good. And now season 3, and I'm assuming season 4 as well, are going to be just a little odd, because they actually had a little bit of a headway, whatever, on writing and figuring out the season, but they aren't allowed to have enough episodes. And that's just unfortunately a thing with TV in general. This is not even with Korra. But Avatar had 22 episodes to 23 episodes a season. That's just how television worked back in like the early, like the mid 2000s and then prior. It's like, unless you were specifically a limited series, which were pretty rare, you had a season of at least 13 episodes, and then you got picked up for the rest of the 13, or the rest of the 11, basically. Or the back 9, I think it was. No, back 9, that's what it's called, the back 9. So you had the first 13, and then you had the back 9 that you got picked up for. And that's how pretty much every television series was. And how most actual, like, cable television series still are. So, like, all the police procedurals, anything on CW that before they got bought out by Nexstar. Most things on just network television in general. So like you get 22 episode seasons for the most part, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. So Korra only having 13 to 14 episodes a season is an issue. It is definitely an issue when you have this expansive of a world that you are trying to explain, and this expansive of stories you're trying to explain. So any critique I have on the antagonist of Zaheer and his group is not necessarily on how they're written or how they are portrayed, but more so the fact that they don't have enough time to get much more explanation. I do think Zaheer is a cool antagonist, and I do love all the aspects of the bending that were there with his group, and I loved the little bit of character development we got for at least 2 of them, with the Bolin people reading scene. That was great. I do very, very much love that. That was awesome. I wish we got a little bit more of that. Along with that, Zaheer's entire plan of basically anarchy, that's the closest thing we got in our human world to what they're doing, but even then it's even like a more extreme version of it, of just completely dismantling the entirety of society to just have you all be in chaos and freedom and whatever, is a weird philosophy. And I only say weird in the sense of this world and the context of this world. Like, I understand the point they're coming from there, and I do think I understand the reasoning why we saw the Earth Queen as a background threat throughout the season, and it was to show how tyrannical leaders can be and are, to basically prove Zaheer's point. But again, it goes back to the whole situation of time. Again, I wish season 3 had just been the Earth Queen as the antagonist and having to deal with her and her oppressive power. Then we would have had an entire season to build up the idea of Zaheer dismantling the world. And also just have Zaheer in the background a little bit, like, have him in the background, have him building up his group, have him actually explaining his plans or whatever. I think that would have worked out better, at least for me. And I know I'm in the minority here of Zaheer being an iffy bad guy, an iffy whatever, and we still got 3 more episodes left, so it could get a little bit better, and we have a whole next season. I don't know what happened next season, but I know it's like slightly connected to this season, because I actually had time to figure that out. But that's just my like creative brain trying to figure out like holes in here and how to fix it. That's just something I do. But beyond all that, it doesn't take anything away from the show. I still love this show. I am so happy I am part of this community, this fandom now at this point. Having watched Avatar and now Korra, I am loving this show, and I love all these characters. It's just time. And that goes back to Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon has their own issues, like clearly their own issues that they were dealing with at the time, and for all of time. Let's just say that. Maybe not necessarily with the animated side, but the live action side. Let's just go with that. But either way, beyond all that stuff, I still like what's going on in the show. I'm still interested and still very intrigued, and I'm glad the show kind of found its footing a while ago, and is kind of just like in its paces now, and the characters are all doing what the characters should be doing. So I do like all that stuff. There's still a lot of good stuff in this show. It's just the time. I wish they had more time, and it's just an unfortunate thing about series like this. It's just like sometimes you just wish they had more time. There's a good amount of series that got like canceled way too soon, and I'm like, man, this needed more time. Hell, I've watched a couple of them on this channel already, so like you can go watch those as well. But beyond all that, this video is already going to get a little longer than I intended to, so let me just end it here. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this episode and all the ingenuity of Asami and Korra and them working together, and also Zaheer actually getting his plan in motion finally, and also the absolute brutality of them just murdering the Earth Queen on an animated kids show. Like, this is getting into like Star Wars territory here. Like, wow, this is not a kid show at all. This is not a kid show. That's the running gag of the channel if you're new to the channel. That's just a running gag of saying things are kid shows when they're not kid shows. But either way, let me know that down in the comments below what you all think about all of that stuff going on. And just what you think about this whole series as well in general as we're getting near the end here. And if you like this video as well, leave a like. It helps out in the algorithm, helps boost everything up, and helps us get more viewers to the channel and more people watching the channel. And if you want to help out more and be really part of this community, go ahead and subscribe down below. We actually just recently passed 750 subscribers, which is a big milestone. I'm trying to figure out something to do for that, and I don't know what I will do, so I'll figure that out. But that also timestamped the video, so yay, good old timestamping there. But we just passed 750, so we are now on the journey to 1,000 subscribers, which is the final big milestone for the channel, for me at least, of 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to help out, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if you want to see more from the channel, if you're interested, or right over here is going to be a playlist of something else you can watch. Go ahead and watch that too. And over here is going to be a video that YouTube recommends for you as well. And until next time, just stay airbending, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace, everyone. Peace.